The secret life of the forest floor, nature's tiny engineers beneath our feet, lies a hidden world, teeming with life, complexity, and stories that unfold far beyond what our eyes can perceive. From the soft rustle of fallen leaves to the glint of dew on moss, the forest floor is alive in ways both subtle and spectacular. Here, in the shadow of towering trees and sprawling ferns, the tiniest creatures orchestrate a symphony of survival, a dance of cooperation, and a cycle of life and death that shapes the very foundation of the ecosystem. Among these minute architects, the ants emerge as unsung heroes, their microscopic bodies moving with precision and purpose, traversing the decayed remains of leaves, twigs, and even fallen creatures. They march in lines, following invisible trails of chemical communication, navigating around obstacles that dwarf them in scale, yet never faltering in their mission. Their work is relentless, tireless, and astonishingly organized, a testament to evolution's intricate design. As the sun filters through the canopy above, casting shafts of golden light across the forest floor, we witness the quiet majesty of a world usually overlooked. Ants crawl across the cracked surfaces of decayed centipedes, their mandibles tearing away tiny fragments of brittle exoskeleton, chewing and transporting each morsel with methodical care back to their nest. The remains of creatures long dead some 6 months in decomposition become a banquet. For these tiny laborers, each movement purposeful, each interaction a critical component of survival. The subtle sound of crunching exoskeleton, faint rustles of leaves, and the almost imperceptible tapping of antennae create a natural ASMR symphony, a soundtrack to this hidden theater of life. In this universe, every fragment of organic matter matters. Tiny fungi and mold sprout from cracks in decaying bodies, adding a delicate layer of color and texture as the ants navigate between threads of life. And decomposition, soil, sand, and detritus mix in a mosaic of nourishment, forming a living canvas on which the ants perform their daily rituals. From an ant-level perspective, the forest floor is an endless expanse of challenges and opportunities. Roots form impassable barriers, fallen twigs become obstacles to be circumnavigated, and droplets of water shimmer like dangerous pools to cross. Yet, the ant's persistence is unyielding. Each individual carries out its role flawlessly, collectively creating a network of cooperation that enables the colony to thrive. Observing from a wider view, millions of ants swarm over decayed centipedes, their numbers overwhelming yet synchronized, a choreographed display of natural engineering. Their movements, while seeming chaotic from afar, are guided by instinct and chemical signaling, creating order from what appears to be randomness. In this dance, we see lessons of endurance, teamwork, and the intricate balance of ecosystems. The life of an ant is perilous. Predators lurk, weather shifts unpredictably, and resources are finite. Yet, each ant persists, carrying fragments of decayed tissue, gnawing on brittle shells, navigating dangerous terrain, all while maintaining lines of communication with their colony. Their tiny antennae tap the surfaces they traverse, sensing pheromones and guiding their paths with remarkable accuracy. There is poetry in the microscopic choreography, a rhythm dictated by hunger, survival, and the invisible bonds of social cohesion. Time flows differently here. Days, nights, and seasons pass as ants continue their work tirelessly, sustaining the cycle of life on the forest floor. Every decayed centipede, every rotting leaf, every tiny crumb becomes part of a larger story of nourishment and continuity. The ants' impact is magnified beyond their size, in aggregating nutrients, aerating soil, and distributing organic matter. They sustain the forest above, unseen architects shaping the ecosystem. Shadows shift across the terrain as the sun arcs through the sky, casting contrasting patterns on soil and debris. The texture of the ground becomes a landscape of challenges, grains of sand like boulders, droplets of water like lakes, yet the ants move with unerring purpose. Extreme close-ups reveal the intensity of their efforts, mandibles tearing through decayed tissue, legs gripping rough surfaces, antennae vibrating in constant communication. Every small motion contributes to the greater good of the colony, a lesson in cooperation that resonates far beyond their microscopic world. As the day progresses, subtle changes occur. The decayed remains shift under the weight and movement of millions of tiny workers. Nutrients are redistributed, and the forest floor evolves incrementally. Each fragment of exoskeleton consumed contributes to the colony's sustenance, ensuring the survival of countless generations yet to come. This microcosm, largely invisible to us, demonstrates the profound impact of the smallest creatures, their actions echoing throughout the ecosystem. Life and death intertwine seamlessly here. What is gone fuels new life. Decay becomes sustenance. And ants are the silent intermediaries in this eternal cycle. The forest floor is a stage. The ants are performers. And the symphony of life unfolds in ways both subtle and magnificent. Observing their work invites reflection on the complexity of nature, the interdependence of species, and the hidden networks that sustain life far larger than themselves. As twilight descends, shadows lengthen, and the forest floor quiets. Ants retreat, their labor concluded for the day, leaving behind a transformed landscape. Nutrients have been cycled, soil enriched, and life subtly renewed. The small creatures, though almost imperceptible, have completed tasks critical to the forest's health, exemplifying that size does not determine significance, and that even the tiniest hands can shape the world around them. And as night envelops the forest, one is left with the awe-inspiring understanding that beneath our feet, a universe of life thrives unseen, meticulous, tireless, and endlessly fascinating, where microscopic ants embody the quiet resilience and relentless determination that sustains life itself.